Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome in. Welcome in. It is Sunday, the 22nd, I believe. It's the 22nd. We've only got a few days till St. Nick comes. So hopefully you guys are ready or just about ready. I am not ready at all. So not whatsoever. I have something in my hair though. Piece of fuzz. Don't worry. Don't fret. But if you're new to the channel and you're like, who's this lady? I'm Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. It's nice to meet you. We do talk true crime daily on this channel. So if that's something that you're into, you like to watch true crime, make sure you subscribe and you hit the like button. That's all we really ask for you around here. So welcome into the chat, everybody. I saw we had some people in. I have like a million tabs open up on the computer every time I go to cover anything with Sebastian's case, like it's not really it is his case, but you know what I mean. With the craziness, it happens. I get a bunch of tabs open and yeah, so we're going to go through them. We're going to go through those. So welcome in. Thanks for being here for my mods, Mary Beth and Ladybug there. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Kiwi Mate. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Rhonda. It's good to see everybody. Joanna, welcome in. Oh, my ears are ringing. Hey, True Crime Lullabies. My ears are still ringing. Hey, Hummingbird. I don't know why they are, but they're ringing bad. And I have a dog snoring behind me. So if you hear a dog snoring, that's a dog. That's not me. That's my dog. She's snoring good, though. I'll give her that. I hope I sleep like that. And I hope I don't get woken up tomorrow. Vincent woke me up today. I was like so tired because we had that long live last night. It was a pretty long live. Thanks, Julie's Crafted, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's a hoax, not real court TV. Marlene, is it really? It's not court TV? Well, this isn't. Hey, Naomi. It could be, though. Hey, CJK. Hey, Catherine. Welcome in, everyone. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Hey, Chai. Hey, Aries. Hey, Ashley. I'm still going down the list. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Proud Mimi. Hey, Garrett. Hey, Bams. I'm just called you Babs. But it could be. Bams. Bams. Hey, y'all. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Ladybug. That's so very sweet. Thank you. And I was trying to read as I was going along. Hey, thank you, True Crime Lullabies. I didn't get them in the chat to put the heart. Thank you, guys. That's very nice. Thank you. Hey, little mama. Tempest is here. Mike's here. Hey, Fred. Okay, I'll get to the bottom here. I'll just click on some names as I go. Mm-hmm. Hey, Moy. Ashley, did I say hi to you? You slept till 2:30 p.m. today? I could have, girl. I could have. I was so tired. Have you ever been so tired you're like you're just collapsing, like you're just so tired? Like, oh my gosh. It was fine that I was up late, but I just didn't expect to wake up that early. I don't even know what time it was. It wasn't that early. It wasn't that early. It was like 7 or 8. But he never wakes me up. He must have just missed me, I guess. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Chantel. So I was like he was like trying to talk to me, and he's not a talker. So if he's talking, I'm listening. I'm trying with all my might. I was trying. I was falling back asleep. I was like, you're about to lose me. My night has been pretty good. Thanks for asking. How was your guys' night? Commentary for Home Alone 2. Oh, I bet that was fun. We watched I watched. I forget, you guys knew. I think it was called The Red One. You guys said it in the chat the other night. It was a pretty good little Christmas movie. I liked it. You woke up about 7. See, I usually wake up early. I'm normally an early riser, but lately I've been kind of, sleeping in a little bit more. And it's been nice. It's been real nice. So tonight I wanted to start off with, I have a bunch of tabs open, but we're just going to go kind of through the list of the normal suspects. So over the past few days, we have had a lot of news coming out pertaining to Sebastian Rogers case, and the drama kind of behind it. We were talking about it last night. There's a lot of creators, I guess, out there that are, we know the sides pretty much. You can kind of see the sides, and there are sides. We have to admit there just are. But we've seen a lot of stuff coming out that we didn't know about, and we didn't really need to know about, I felt like. But I also feel like that these creators that are getting this information, they shouldn't be, this shouldn't be on them either. Nobody should be piling on a bunch of information and then saying, don't talk about it. Because, we're creators. What are we going to do? We're going to talk about it, so. Cats don't bark. I didn't do anything to them. I actually just tweezed them myself. I don't know. Do they look terrible? Do I need to go have them done? Hey, Tina. Because I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, it's about time. It's about time. But I don't know. It was hard to break a lot of it down because there was just so much of it. So I figured we would just kind of go through some stuff tonight. So. Oh, thanks, Tia. Thanks, True Crime Lullabies. I do cats won't bark. I don't know. I'll have to see. I have to do something about them. Wonder what's wrong with them. I am starting to, they are starting to get thinner. I will admit that. I'm like, oh, really? For real? My mom wasn't lying. My mom wasn't lying when she said those things were going to turn gray someday. Shoot. A couple of them I can't even see. So I'm just like, phew. The ones I can't see, I don't even care, That's how I feel about it. So. Oh, it's cool. Vincent loves me, so that's what matters, right? Actually, he told me today that he wanted to marry me. And I'm just going to say, how about that? That was the best news. That was the best thing I ever heard in my life today. I've never heard him say that. And I about fell out of the bed when he said it. And I said, you named the place and the time after I said I wouldn't ever, get married. I was like, you name the place and time and I'll be there. Do you want to go tomorrow? I should have said that. Do you want to go to the courthouse tomorrow? So, but I want to do with you, what is a criminal enterprise? Because that's what we have 10 plaintiffs going against 2 people, Barbecue, as of right now, Barbecue and, Granny's watching. I was going to say Jess, but that's a real name. But, Granny's watching. So there's 10 against 2, but they're the enterprise. So I don't really get that. But a criminal enterprise is a structured organization that engages in criminal activities such as drug trafficking, human trafficking, or money laundering. I don't see them doing any of those things. Criminal enterprises can be legal or illegal and can include individual or groups. Some examples of criminal enterprises include drug trafficking organizations, street gangs, and organized crime syndicates. The Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, which is the RICO part, is a federal law that addresses criminal enterprises. RICO defines an enterprise as any legal or illegal group or business that is used for criminal activity. RICO also outlines penalties for crimes committed as part of the criminal enterprise, including up to 20 years in prison. I don't see Granny or Barbecue going to prison for 20 years, but it's crazy to me that this is still going on. I can't get over it. I did listen to a little bit of Granny's Watching's live today, but I was like, we were in and out, so I didn't get to watch all of it. But they were going over a lot of the paperwork, which I don't know when Barbecue's attorney filed it. So I don't know when it'll actually hit the internet, where I can, review it. But it should be probably tomorrow, I would say. If not, I'm sure I can ask one of them and they would give it to me to read to you guys, Okay, so I don't need this open anymore. Well, maybe I'll leave that open. So we're going to go to the usual suspects. That's what I'm going to start calling them. So we're going to go over to X because I feel like that's where everyone's little home is. When they don't want to put stuff on YouTube, they go over to X. Because I saw some pretty interesting tweets, and some of the tweets were just a little ridiculous. Did anybody see Betty's live today? Did anybody watch that? Because I didn't watch it, but I heard she was crazy. I heard she was a little, ooh, you know. So let me know. Let me know if we need to watch that. That little, she's something else. So this was her thumbnail, December 21st. Look at the house. Like, but I wanted to read a couple of these little tweets that she had. So it says, if you can help her know somebody that can help in these areas, please reach out to at Private Night. And if you go here, this was on December the 21st, I believe. So just yesterday. I'm going to double check. Yeah. It says public update on the search for Sebastian Rogers. December 21st, 2024. As of December 21st, 2024, Dog the Bounty Hunter, in collaboration with Night Private Intelligence and other partners, is intensifying its efforts to locate 16-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. To support this expanded initiative, we are actively seeking licensed investigators and volunteers to assist with coordinated sweeps and searches in strategic locations. So kind of like what SF and Clue and them are doing right now in Sumner County. We are currently pursuing 2 viable leads regarding the whereabouts of Sebastian and evidence of his disappearance in multiple states. 2 viable leads. What are your 2 viable leads? I would love to see those. I would. I mean, is it just a skinny kid with sandy blonde hair? Or you can actually make his hair any color if you want to be Betty. Betty, she was so wrong for that. So call for investigators and volunteers. We are mobilizing teams to conduct focused searches and investigative operations in the following locations. Now, I don't know why they picked these locations. I don't know if it was like they picked these out of a hat, or if anyone knows if somebody lives in these locations. I mean, maybe Chris's cousin lives in one of these locations, or Katie's cousin, or you know what I mean? Like, I could just see that because that's what At Night does. They do things like that. But I don't know why they're wanting to look at Springdale, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee. Well, Memphis, I guess, I mean, it's in Tennessee. DeSoto County, Mississippi. Like, what is it? What is DeSoto County? Like, what's the town name? Chesapeake, Virginia, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Stanley, Wisconsin. Like, what? Yeah, 2 viable leads, you know. Yeah, they got their viable leads. Yeah, cats don't bark. We do probably once, twice a week. Seymour, I feel good about that. It's been a little crazy. But yeah, if you're gonna keep like taking jabs, you don't have to be here. Like, I can feel the jabs and I don't like it. Like, I don't like it at all. So you can make that decision in the next like 5 seconds. Individuals holding valid license in Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Virginia, New Mexico, Wisconsin, and Oregon or residing in surrounding areas are strongly encouraged to join our team stationed in Memphis, Tennessee, and neighboring regions. Team stationed in Memphis, Tennessee? Who's your team that's stationed? Volunteers in these areas are also encouraged to participate in the search endeavors aimed at identifying potential artifacts or evidence pertinent to this case during scheduled sweep operations. Send your resume and qualifications to sebastian@manhunt.one. If you're volunteering, please provide your full name, phone number, and address. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put my full name, number, and address. Updated rewards for information at night is offering a substantial reward for any information that leads to the successful apprehension, conviction, and sentencing of all individuals responsible for Sebastian's disappearance. So at night's offering a reward now? Thought it was dog. What's the reward? Here we go. Okay. Verified media, 500 to 1,500 for verified photos, videos, audio, or other documentation that provides actionable leads or expedites the investigation. Like, what would that be? Like, what kind of pictures, videos would you want? Like, can I just send you in my Ring doorbell camera from over here? That ain't gonna work, is it? It ain't gonna give me like 500, is it? But if I have a video of like, let's see, I'm like a weird neighbor and I just videotaped inside of Katie's home, that'd probably be worth a good amount, I'm sure. Overall reward, the reward for information leading to the safe return of Sebastian remains at $250,000. Now, why does the reward keep going up? Is what I don't get. Like, do they think that they're that close that they keep raising the reward? Like, I don't know. To me, it's almost like desperation. Like, oh, 200 didn't work. What about 250? What about 275? What about, like, I don't know. Your contribution, regardless of its magnitude, could significantly contribute to the resolution of this case. And then it just tells to call Sumner County down there. But this is at night. And so then Betty, retweets this, of course. And then this is from the same day. I think she had, help from MK Ultra. No, I don't even know what I was saying. I was reading the chat. I was like, I was going to say hi to people. And then I was like, but I want to read you guys this really quick. But as we approach the end of 2024, the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers remains a top priority for his family, law enforcement, and the dedicated teams working tirelessly to bring him home. Sebastian, who recently turned 16, has been missing since February 26, 2024, and the circumstances surrounding his disappearance continue to raise more questions than answers. On the night of his disappearance, I think we have the same questions as we did. I don't think my questions have changed. On the night of his disappearance, surveillance footage captured unidentified individuals carrying flashlights outside the Proudfoot home. That is not verified at all. Betty, why do you do that? These individuals were seen approaching a vehicle that has yet to be identified. Every vehicle, and I'm going to show you this here in a second, has been identified that was in that neighborhood that night. Recently, an unscrupulous private investigator hired by Sebastian's mother and stepfather admitted to knowing the identities of the people in the vehicle, but has withheld this critical information. Maybe he withheld it from you, Betty Boop, but he probably didn't withhold it from the investigators because they already had it. This PI's actions have not only hindered the investigation, but have also or may also constitute a violation of their personal license by investigating unauthorized parties. Betty, you're not even supposed to be talking about this case. And you are. It's insanity, It is insanity. And welcome in, everybody. I'll be on that screen in just a moment where I can see everybody a little better. Let me actually put this one up. And there we go. Hey, Ludwig. Couldn't get that out there. So it says, adding to the complexity of this case are the troubling dynamics within the Proudfoot home. What? What are the troubling dynamics? Like what? Like what are you talking about? Reports have surfaced of alleged abuse and neglect. Where are those reports? I want to see those reports. Has anyone seen those reports? because Betty's not supposed to have seen anything, right? It says, including 5 CPS reports filed against the stepfather prior to Sebastian's disappearance. And we don't know that to be true. We don't know if there's 5 CPS reports. We don't know who they were filed against. We just hear things and we go with it. Despite these concerning factors, efforts to uncover the truth have been obstructed by distractions, false claims, and uncooperative behavior. Because they don't want to play in the sandbox with you guys. You're saying they're being uncooperative. When investigators have said that all of the parents have cooperated. Despite these concerning factors, oh wait, did I read that part? Yeah, I did. Sorry. Most recently, Christopher Proudfoot, Sebastian's stepfather, appeared on a YouTube panel where he made several demonstrably false claims, including denying that Dog the Bounty Hunter attempted to contact him. So out of all the lies that you said that he made, that's the lie that we're going to be upset with? Because Nick is upset with that same lie. That he didn't know that he said that Dog didn't get a hold of him. Maybe he did get a hold of him. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he doesn't care. Because he doesn't want a 71-year-old running around, kicking in people's doors, saying that he's going to give him truth serum. It's insanity. It says here that, furthermore, he expressed an interest in cooperating with Mr. Rogers, a statement that has drawn widespread criticism. Well, there shouldn't be any criticism about it. It should be cool. You guys should work together, right? At Night Intelligence Agency and Dog the Bounty Hunter continue to lead investigative efforts. No, they don't. No, they freaking don't. They are not leading anything. The only thing that he can't even leave the state. We got one guy can't even leave the state to come look for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. So what? And Dog, you guys have been leading the investigative efforts alongside law enforcement. Oh my Lord, no, you have not. With a renewed focus on identifying the individuals seen outside the Proudfoot home and the vehicle involved. The investigators, see, if you were working with them, they would have told you already. We knew about all the cars in the neighborhood that night. You dumb. The reward for information leading to Sebastian's safe return has been increased to $250,000, underscoring the urgency and importance of community involvement. Then it just says where you can call. Let's not focus on what matters most, finding Sebastian and bringing him home safely. She did not write this. I don't know who did, but she did not. Miss Betty did not. I think that was the last one I wanted to show you on Betty's page. Yeah, and then she, I don't know who this guy is supposed to be. I don't know why she's doing the AI stuff, but I don't know. It creeps me out. I gotta be honest. So let's see here. I want to show you this really quick. What areas have been searched? This is from, the TBI, FBI, Sumner County. Within the first several days of the search, more than 2,000 miles were searched on foot. Many of these areas were initially searched and searched again. Law enforcement officers have searched the neighborhood, surrounding neighborhoods, schools, and many other areas of the county by foot. Bloodhounds and handlers have searched the same areas. There have been aerial searches with helicopter drones and a fixed-wing plane. These aerial searches have been conducted on multiple days and multiple nights using thermal imaging technology. Sebastian's residence, the yard, the house, the vehicles have all been searched multiple times. The neighborhood where Sebastian lives has been canvassed. Neighbors' houses have been searched. Sebastian is autistic and his family says he is drawn to water. Pools in the neighborhood have been searched. So it's like they're doing their due diligence. They're searching. They're not out there just, running around in circles like Bobby is the neighbor going, who's that in a black mask? When, in reality, who knows who that was in a black mask? It was probably the officers. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Regina. Okay. So, where are we at here? Oh, so I got her next court date up. Her next court date, if you guys didn't know, is going to be on January the 8th. And they have all these continuances. So I don't know if they're going to address all of this at the January 8th, motions hearing and criminal hearing, because there's two different ones. There's, a motions hearing that's going to happen and then a criminal hearing. I'm assuming they're going to try to get it all out and done. I mean, she is traveling from another state. I'm sure the judge wants to do that, but her lawyer might try to get another continuance. He might, that's what lawyers do. Lawyers are funny like that. I mean, they love to continue something till they can't continue it anymore. Did I read this one? No, I didn't. No. So this is a kind of a similar post. But this one's on the actual at night website. And so they're putting this out there. Like they've been putting this out there that Chris and Katie are bad. Bad, bad, bad. Seth good, Chris and Katie bad. I mean, last night that live that was on, I mean, that was like the most, I don't even know what that was that we watched last night. That interview that Seth did, or the conversation he had with Tony Mathis. I mean, and then bringing up people up on the panel. That's not going to age well. Just think about that in a couple years, Yes, Psycho Betty. Yep. January 8th. Hey, Susan. I know. We cover a lot of missing kids on this channel. I actually want to cover Madalena tomorrow. I'm just I get so upset about that case. But that could be a good thing. That's why my passion's there, So at night, they are saying that Chris and Katie are central figures to the ongoing criminal investigation. There's no criminal investigation going on right now that we know of, but it says here, at night is aware that Christopher Proudfoot, the stepfather of Sebastian and husband to Katie Proudfoot, appeared on a YouTube panel where he made several false claims. Okay, well, what are these false claims, you ask? Because we just went through, remember, and it was, watch. One notably false assertion was that Dog the Bounty Hunter did not attempt to contact him. Like, that hurts their feelings the most. Like, they're upset with that the most. I mean, I don't think they'd be a good match anyway. I don't think the personalities would go very well together. But it says, at night and its partners will not offer assistance to individuals who are central figures in an ongoing criminal investigation, including Miss Katie Proudfoot and her husband, Christopher Proudfoot, or their associates. What about Seth Rogers that's running around here saying he's a suspect? That's what I have to say to that. What about Seth Rogers that is actively out here saying that he's a suspect in this non-crime? You're down for him, but you're not down for anyone else. It says, at night and its partners will not offer assistance to individuals who are central figures in an ongoing criminal investigation. The father of a missing child doesn't get much more central than that. Mom, father, stepfather. I put them before I would put the Bauer socks or someone down, like, but I'm just saying they're helping out Seth, and he's a central figure in this whole investigation. I mean, that's what he said. So, oh, is it the last pay night? No, I don't think so. Because we got paid already. Well, we didn't actually technically get paid. We get paid on the 21st, but it fell on a Saturday, so we'll get paid tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's how it is. I think that's how it better be. It better be. I just want to get Vincent something. I just need to get him a card and just put some cash in there. Just shove it all in there. Just take it all. He does so much for me. And the kid will not, if I buy something, he'll hate it. Wait, what? Hold on. Did you see that the grandmother of Madalena's best friends came forward saying that Madalena's mom asked for money for play dates? No, I didn't. If you can send that to my email, oh, that'd be so good. Loves to Lurk she has the Facebook group for Madalena, and she sent me a bunch of pictures. Oh, Madalena's grandmother, Grandma Kojakari. She said in that interview, just let us go. Just let my daughter go and let me go, and we'll go and we'll be out of the States. And that's what happened. And I just, I hate that. I do have a good one. I can't help it. I say it every night, I think. He was sitting behind me earlier, and I probably, if he wouldn't have fallen, gotten tired, he was getting a little sleepy back there, he probably would have stayed on and just hung out with us. I really think I could have got him to hang out tonight. I thought we could always just do double desks, Susan, you're right. They don't deal with change very well. I'm autistic, and if you change one thing about my life, I'll have a meltdown. But that's why I don't get why he would be moving in with Seth Rogers, and Seth was going to take him out of public school and put him into homeschooling, but he works 12 hours a day. So when was Sebastian going to be able to have schooling? And then when would he sleep? And then when would Seth sleep and then go to work? It just seemed like that was a big change for him. I think personally, he could have ran out that door just with all of the change and all of the stuff that was happening in that home. I personally think that. So. Yeah, we don't listen to Nick around here either. We just like to make fun of him a little, We like to read what he's got to say. He's always got something to say. I love this. Fisher meaning Steve Fisher, SF investigates, and he has been retained by Chris and Katie as a private investigator to look for their son, or, you know what I mean? Son, stepson, it's all the same. So it says extreme lengths to have me essentially gagged, only to taunt me, exploiting his twisted sense of control. He claims to have had a long talk with my parole officer, claiming he learned a lot about me. This man, he's not using his license the way it was intended to uphold standards to serve. No, he's twisted it into something else entirely. He's made it a weapon, a blade that he swings to dominate, to control, to scare. He's exploiting every ounce of authority that piece of paper gives him, not for justice, not for integrity, but to manipulate. Man, you big mad. To get what he wants when he wants it. Not only are the intimidation tactics unethical, they're downright dangerous. So what he's doing is downright dangerous, but what you're doing is not dangerous at all. Pointing out people in videos saying, go find that person. We need that person. We think that person had something to do with this. That person handed Katie something that night. That's not detrimental to a case. You were okay, so I'll give them this. You actually made such a bold statement that the police, the investigators actually did have to come out and say, "No, man, don't listen to everything you hear on the interwebs." Like, they haven't given us an update in months, but Nick the Hat can get an update because he likes to spread the misinformation, the old misinformation. Yeah, he could have walked out while his mom was asleep. Yeah, I believe that too about SF. Yeah. Yeah, I do. No, I think that too. I've seen him on YouTube a lot. So, and like private investigator doesn't mean like they're private, like they're like hush hush private. They're just privately obtained, like, through monetary, like through money, they're just privately obtained. Hey, Elser. Oh, Nick the clown. Oh, the clown. Oh, you missed it, Ludwig, in the beginning of the live. I read over what an actual criminal enterprise was. Because, Jess and Barbecue, those two ladies are definitely a criminal enterprise. It's so crazy. I like it how he says, then I liked how we didn't even go over this, and I'm sure you guys have heard this from other creators, but he's going after Tyler Feller. Like, I haven't heard about that guy since Kylie Rodney's case. Like, it's been a while. It's been a while. Like, yeah. So he says here, Steve Fisher is blackmailing and extorting me. But he did. Here it is. So here's the Tyler Feller thing. So it says, I found you. Like, what do you mean? He has a blue check mark. It's not that hard to find Tyler Feller. Tennessee will meet our President Trump in February. Like, how do you know that? You don't know anything. And I'm sure he has things that he's going to be doing in office. I personally don't see Trump hanging out with Nick the Hat. Also, Nick, you can't go to Tennessee, so I don't know how you're going to meet President Trump. But that's only here or there. And it says, "You bring the Secret Service, we'll bring the dog." That is so weird. The dog. I'm not going to Tennessee until Trump is sworn in. You can't go to Tennessee anyway, Nick. He can't leave. He can't leave Pennsylvania. That's neither here or there. You you made your bed, now you gotta lie in it, buddy. But it says, Tyler, you've been the voice for those who couldn't speak up, a champion for the voiceless. However, when Sebastian, a local in your own community, lost his voice, where did you disappear to? Your sudden silence is rather intriguing. Let's not let the silence overshadow the facts. Like, who does he think he is? Who do these actually? I know what it is. It's because they give out packets and they get to tell all these creators what to do, and they do it. Like, imagine growing your channel from 1 subscriber to whatever you're at, It doesn't matter if you're at 3,000, 300, 300,000. That's your hard work. To have somebody send you an email saying, this is what you have to say, and this is how your show has to go. It's just crazy. Oh, because the friend that slept over or whatever, I thought I heard something about that because it wasn't. I don't think it was ever substantiated. Yeah, like, leave Tyler alone. He's just over there doing his own thing for once. He's not like, not for once, but he's not bothering nobody. You're okay. That's so funny. I was reading Seymour's comment. Yeah, he did not kidnap anybody. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. Well, I came from a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and applied science. And in my humble opinion, and a lot of trauma, she looks like a really hurt woman. But that's just me. That's just me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I know what I'm not gonna. I know who I'm not gonna put my faith in. Anybody on that damn green team, I wouldn't. If I was missing, I would not want one of them people looking for me. Just let me be missing. Just let me be missing. Just let me go. Just let me go. Um, wow. It says accusations that were made on CTB today because of your questioning a man choosing to stay out of this complete shit show. Accusations of him, the church, and um, sex trafficking. You led to this. That's what I think she meant. You are probably thousands of Tylers, and there are probably thousands of Tylers in Tennessee. In my opinion, I don't know that one. What? I don't know. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, true crime lullabies. That's so sweet of you. I know it's not going to be the same. I do feel. I feel for all of his family, for his cousins, for his aunts, for uncles, grandparents. I don't. It's just. I don't know. As you get older, you don't have as many of those like holidays like together. You are dealing with your own things. So when you're 15, 16, that's like the best time. He should be getting his driver's license right now. So let me go up to the 21st so we can have them on the same date. Sorry. Oh, look, he's gonna give you a cameo. Look at this. I wonder if we could get a cameo of him saying that he's, old and retired. Like, I wonder if you can get him to say anything. Like, you're paying for the cameo, right? I'm just wondering. I'm just curious. Curious about the cameo. Let's see, what else do I put up here? I have some paperwork from SF. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to go up to the 21st here. Is he putting some weird stuff on his page? Putting some R. Kelly stuff on there. I don't know what that's about. I looked at this earlier, but I thought there was something else. 'Tis the season. Is the picture off? No, it's not. It's just you can't really see it in this. I wonder if it's like if we go. Nope, it's still there. I was just going over to the thing, over to Seth's. Oh, thank you, Regina. That's very sweet. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much. So, that was very nice of you guys. Thank you guys. Now this is pretty cute. A bus full of dogs. Heck yeah, I can take that. Oh, I wanted to watch this court TV thing with y'all because that is another thing that got me off my rocker today. Now I don't know where they've been the last 2 weeks, but I don't like the news anymore. They ruined it for me. They ruined the news because they're like they make it to where, they're talking about this is his last meal and like, like with his mom and that's correct. That's true. Like, give them their privacy. Like, I don't know, watching that video to me is almost like invasion of privacy, but it's not because it's like a public camera, but I don't know. Like I would feel weird if people were like looking at me eating. And then, you know, um what they were saying about it. They're like, she wasn't even paying attention to him and he looked like he was starving, like the way he ate, like he seemed really hungry. What 15-year-old boy doesn't eat you out of house and home? Just tell me. I mean, whichever. What 15-year-old boy is not eating everything in the refrigerator plus the refrigerator, he had a colossal popcorn that day or the day before. Wasn't like he never got food. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like, if, he should have more than that, but I'm just saying like, we know that he was fed. He was just a skinny kid. He just hadn't hit his spurt yet. Like, and he looked like he was going into getting his growth spurt. And that's kind of scary because if he got that growth spurt, that could put a couple more pounds on him and a couple more inches in, But yeah, I'm not watching the news no more. I didn't watch the news for like 4 years. I was so mad. Last couple presidential elections. Gotten over myself, but I was so mad. I was like, I'm not watching the news for like the next 4 years, and I didn't. So yeah, and then they bring Jennifer Coffindaffer on there, and I'm just like, bloody hell, what is this world coming to? She's part of the green team. After seeing this interview and her going on Seth's channel last night, I full-heartedly believe that, she has an agenda. Something's wrong. Something's with her too. I don't know. They're all crazy. Okay, let's watch this and then we'll go over. I wanted to go over this injunction. Let me see a little bit. I just wanted to read the part about BJ pretty much because she's so scared for her life in these documents. But she was just doing a live when I was on earlier. I went to the live tab and I saw there she was, full split swing, doing a live on someone that she's supposed to be terrified of. It makes no damn sense to me. I don't know how you can even get away with that kind of stuff. So we'll go over that. It's crazy. Well, thanks, Susan, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. The meds that he was on would make you not want to eat. I forget what he was on. I know he's on like 2 different things. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Susan. We talk true crime every evening here. Okay, let's watch Julie. I like Julie, but Julie, we're going to have a talk now. I'm so sorry that was so loud. Let me turn that up a little bit for you, like slowly. One thing I do want to say is they didn't show the clip where she's showing Sebastian the cell phone, and like showing that she took a picture of him and they're looking at some stuff on the phone together. Like they don't show that part. They only like this is just like Nick and Dog. They pick and they choose what they want to put out there. And I guess I've experienced it before in the news, but I guess I'm really experiencing it with this case, and it just really terrifies me for other cases. Because if you're picking and choosing what you're putting out there and you're not putting out the full context of things, that can really hurt a situation. Doesn't look like he's doing much. Looks like normal eating to me. Oh my goodness. What's that supposed to mean? She must not be working for News Nation anymore because I haven't seen her. And for two, I think that's what they would put in there. Like she's a lead anchor, or she's not like lead, but she's like an anchor, with News Nation. Now they're just plugging in her Facebook channel. I mean, YouTube channel. Oh, there's no sound. Sorry, guys. I was like, it's because of StreamYard. I hate StreamYard, guys. I'm about to like really, I'm about to get rid of it, but I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know where to go. I don't want it to be hard, but it's just like crazy. Like right now, they're showing 4 different things up here, and there should be 2. Like, so let me view it. Let me make sure sorry, that wasn't playing. It always does that. And oh man, but I love to be muted. I made sure I wasn't muted when I came on tonight too, sons of guns. Okay, let's try this again. I like had it going for like a minute too. Sorry. I was just watching it like for the 3rd time, just enjoying the show.
Welcome back. This morning, we're shining the spotlight on the search for Sebastian Rogers and the last known video of him before he disappeared. Security cameras caught Sebastian eating dinner with his mother at a Texas roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee, the day before he vanished. His mother was seen taking photos of him and then sending them to somebody. Now, looking at this video, it's kind of hard to believe he hasn't been seen since then. But that is the case. Sebastian vanished from his mother's home on February 26th. His father says he still has hope he'll be found.
The goal is still the same. Find Sebastian. He needs to be found and brought home to a home that loves him.
Sebastian's 16th birthday was last weekend, and police say that they're still actively investigating this case, and they're not deeming it a cold case as of now. I have a special guest I want to welcome onto the program now. You know her and love her, retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindaffer. She also, by the way, has her own brand new YouTube show called Break the Case. It is awesome. Be sure to check it out. Jennifer, good morning to you. You were one of the first people to follow this case. I love following you on Twitter, and I remember seeing you were doing the missing person tweets, as you always do, and have continued to follow every single development. Looking at this, as it is hard to not have emotion in it because your heart just breaks for this family, this teenager. Where do you think the investigation is likely to go from here? Does it go anywhere?
Well, Julie, looking at this tape, and I've had it for so long, I just didn't release it until it was released by others. But essentially what I was looking for were the reactions of the...
I don't believe that. Why would she not release it? And well, I guess maybe she wouldn't release it because she's on the green team. I do
mom,
believe
of
that.
course, Sebastian's actions. One of the things, a couple of things I noticed is his eating style, I thought was very interesting. It was like he hadn't been fed in a week. I'm not saying he hadn't been fed in a week. I'm just saying the way he eats was very, aggressive. He was just constantly eating. What I also noticed from the mother.
That could be ADHD. I mean, I have ADHD. That could be autism, a trait of autistic, like being autism or having autism, eating fast. Especially if you have sensory issues and it's not the best, or you know what I mean? Like it's bothering you. Like, yeah. But to me, he doesn't look like he's shoveling down food, like, oh my God, he would be eating the rolls. He would have a roll in one hand and the fork in the other. Okay. He wouldn't even be using the fork. If he was starving, he'd just be grabbing the food up by his hand. My niece used to eat like that. She'd hold a fork in one hand and eat with her actual hand when she was a little kid. It was cute. Cute as could be.
Was her staring around, looking around, almost like she was on surveillance for someone. In addition, she was on her phone such a large percentage of the time, seemingly not really engaged with Sebastian. These were just a couple of takeaways. Julie, I also looked at the people around. Was anybody watching them?
No.
And there's other film footage that I've personally viewed.
Look, she hasn't been looking around this whole time. Only that one little clip was she looking around.
That might give some credence to somebody else watching them.
That's interesting.
And it looks like she's talking to him. Watch out.
That's really interesting, Jen. And thank you for pointing that out, because as I'm watching it, and look, I'm not an investigator as you are, that was the first thing that jumped out was her head's going every which way. She's sitting there with her son, and like you said, she's not engaging him. And just to kind of back up and reiterate, to digest this more, in what you've seen other people looking at them too. Did it seem like they were trying to find each other? Like, is she looking for someone, I wonder? What do you think, Jennifer?
Well, yes, in other footage that I've seen, I haven't released it. It's not for me to release. But I think that there may be some questions now regarding somebody possibly looking at them, certainly not acting appropriate. And I'm sure that will be released soon. And when you put it in conjunction with how Katie Proudfoot is acting, it just adds up to something that doesn't make a lot of logical sense.
Sure.
She's eating food, so it's hard to talk when you're eating food. You're not going to be spitting your food all over your kid. And then she's on her phone after they're done eating. Like, he's finishing up his food and she's done with hers. Call me crazy, but that just seems like a normal everyday lunch at the damn Texas Roadhouse to me. Do I need to go to Texas Roadhouse and do like a surveillance, like on our Texas Roadhouse, to see what it's like? I haven't been to a Texas Roadhouse. I think I've been maybe once, maybe never. I could do that. Give me a reason to go out and eat, But yeah, and then they're slowing the video down. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much.
Jennifer, this has me wondering, did he even go back to the house?
Julie's fired. She's fired. The dog said it too. Julie, you're fired. What? I know that scandal and drama make for like good TV, but not with a missing child. Not while you're watching the last meal that we know of that he ate, for sure, 100% that we know he ate. Because we don't know if he's ate at dinner since then. We don't know what happened. But for them to say, well, do we even know if he went back to the house? What kind of people are you?
Do we have any confirmation that he ever made it back to the house? Because he's said to have, he's reported missing from the house, supposedly in the middle of the night, wanders off. And now I'm just wondering about that.
She just took him out to the Texas Roadhouse and just offed him right in the Texas Roadhouse. And then she put them in her pickle bag, and she just happened to have it with her. And then she took them home like that. Like, do these people realize how dumb that would sound? I don't even know if he made it home, even though they have it on camera in the car, because she has a camera in her car, and Seth said he viewed it.
I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, please.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Well, I think, unfortunately, we're so reliant on what Katie Proudfoot has to say. She's the last person to see him. She's the only one with him. She's the one that makes the report. We're so reliant on that. And I've also found it very interesting, that she works for a video recording company, and meaning, home security type company. And yet we have no home security footage.
Vincent laughed when he heard that. He laughed too. I said, "Where's our cameras, Vincent? We have cameras we can plug in, but we don't plug them. They're not plugged in. Like, we have a Ring camera, but he used to sell cameras, high-end, hundreds, thousands of dollars cameras. Like, these cameras were high-end. He's been given these cameras before for free, like going to do training and stuff. They'll give him like these fisheye cameras that'll like look all around, the crazy looking cameras. We don't have any of those in our house, because we don't need them inside of our home. We have one for whenever we leave and the dogs are here. And, we need to make sure I can yell at them if they're trying to chew something up.
At least that we know
of cameras everywhere.
Of Sebastian Rogers coming, going. There's, very little that
they live in a safe neighborhood too.
We say. And I've always found that very much to be an oxymoron, Julie.
Sure. And we know that Sebastian had special needs. We know that.
So you're FBI and you're what, in the SWAT or something you said? So do you have tactical gear all in your home, Jennifer Coffindaffer? Do you have tactical gear and guns just displayed everywhere? Do you? You should. You should.
He was living with autism and needed some extra care in the home. A great point you just made, Jennifer. Perhaps it would be helpful even to have more eyes on him throughout more times of the day if he's not in your direct line of sight. So do you know if they even had any video cameras established in the home at all?
I think there were video cameras established outside the home. As far as inside the home, I have not read or heard any legitimate, data regarding that. But again, this just makes little sense to me regarding the fact that he had autism. I understand he wasn't a wanderer per se, but this is something that persists with people that are on the spectrum. We see it every week, somebody leaving their home and sadly being found in a body of water. And so if you have those utilities available to you, why wouldn't you utilize them?
Exactly. Great points from you as always. Jennifer Coffindaffer, we'd love to continue the conversation with you about this. That's all the time we have for today. But my friends at home, do yourself a favor. Follow Jen.
Oh, well, I'm muted, but it was going in and out. That's weird. I was muted. Yeah. Sorry. Well, I was just kind of talking to myself anyway, so that's okay. But no, so Jennifer Coffindaffer here, I can't believe I muted myself again. We're supposed to take her word for things. She's not an investigator on this case. She's only interviewed Seth and Tony. The video is fine. Okay. Well, I know that sometimes the video's been doing that too, so. And I plugged all the wires back in really good. So now I'm been muting myself because I made sure everything else was cool, which my volume is down a little bit, but I know. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I was doing that last night on panel. Can you hear me now? Sorry guys, you know me. Wouldn't be a show if I didn't have myself muted. So we'll read over What's this? Oh, okay. Okay, so SF said on the 21st, this appears to be a pattern of abusive process by Nick from At Night, using injunctions as a scare tactic and then abandoning them when he lacks the financial means to follow through. For example, in March of this year, and that's what these documents are here, a financial company was seizing his belongings due to an $8,700 debt that Nick owed and didn't pay. In response, he filed an emergency injunction against them, but then failed to take further action. The court, much like it is about to happen in the current injunction, ordered him to proceed immediately with his motion or face judicial consequences. The injunction was dismissed days later. The difference here is that he has dragged 10 other naive plaintiffs into his mess, and they are about to learn that they are each individually responsible for the judgments that will be issued against them, personally, potentially resulting in liens on any assets they own. At Night had to come in and be the big shot. They had to pretend like they were an intelligence agency. They think Dog is actually an investigator. They created their own nightmare. Well, touche for that, I guess, touche for that. But what I don't understand is the whole injunction thing. Like if you have an injunction on somebody, like if you sign papers, if you initial beside boxes saying that you're terrified for your well-being and for, your family's well-being, the last thing I would be doing is getting on a live stream and complaining about the said person that you're terrified of. Like, I wouldn't do that. Maybe call me crazy, but normally when you have an attorney, they tell you to shut your mouth. I'm just saying. They usually do. They tell you to shut up. Like, why are you talking? Why are you talking? So I wanted to read back over these. Now, I have this redacted, and I don't know why this copy isn't. And all of a sudden, I just realized that. So at this point, I think everyone knows everybody in the filing, but I did have them redacted. I don't know why it's showing it's not. But I will call her Granny's watching. So this is just going to be Brittany's part of the injunction. I wanted to read back over it because I wanted to refresh my memory, and I figured I'd read it over with you guys. So in multiple live broadcasts on YouTube, Granny's watching engaged in a concerted effort to defame, harass, and intimidate plaintiff Brittany Nicole Jackson, aka Brittany J, as part of a broader coordinated attack with her associates. Who are her associates? I've never seen her with any associates when she's talked about Brittany. Like if she had something to say about Brittany, she'd just say it. Like, and personally, what I heard wasn't even, it wasn't bad enough to take someone to court for. That's just me. That's just me. These statements are not isolated incidents, but rather from a sustained campaign of targeted harassment, threats, and defamation, violating both Pennsylvania and federal laws and fitting into a pattern of conduct that constitute part of a corrupt enterprise. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. Targeted harassment, threats, and defamation. And no. I've seen you on so many live streams talking about her. I wouldn't have even put that one in there. So in her live stream, Granny's watching directly threatened Brittany J, stating, "I will make you a effing victim. You want to go legal? I will give you a reason to go legal. Well, you have crossed every effing boundary there is." And it has like a little timestamp, I think. A true and correct copy of, Granny's watching's live stream audio, 16 minutes and 54 seconds from May 9th, 2024. That was May 9th. Granny's watching intent to make Brittany a victim and provoke legal retaliation demonstrates a malicious, targeted attack designated to intimidate and harass, further supporting a claim of racketeering activity. What if it's just like you've just heard enough? You know, like it's just two people that don't get along, right? You don't go put it in a freaking injunction though, and and say that they're doing like they're forming an enterprise. Well, they must really suck at their enterprising, because there's Barbecue Lady and Granny's Watching are the only two that I know of that are getting sued. But you've got 10 other people on the plaintiff side. So where exactly is the enterprise? I'm only seeing super chats being on one side. That sounds enterprise like to me. I only see one side getting emails saying what you should say on your live and how you should conduct your live. And then the best part is they'll call or text you while you're live, and then you have to hurry up and get off of your live because you said something stupid, like that you shouldn't have said. I guess that's what I'm taking it as when people are like, "Oh, gotta go, bye," you know. It was like, wait a minute, you were just talking a whole lot of stuff. So where were we at? Further supporting a claim of racketeering. Okay. These threats made in public also serve to escalate the level of intimidation, forming part of the conspiracy to obstruct Brittany's efforts to defend herself legally. I don't see that. Granny's Watching continued her attack on Brittany J's character in a public forum, stating, "You are a lazy, wasteful piece of shit. I don't speak on you, Brittany. I don't effing talk about you." Well, that sounds like to me like she would be like in reaction to something. If she's saying like you are and I don't speak on you, like, you know, I don't, that's what it sounds like to me, but I don't know. Granny's Watching acknowledgement of her involvement in a coordinated retaliatory effort against Brittany J and her associates further highlights the presence of an enterprise engaging in racketeering activity. Granny's Watching states, "Then I'm gonna effing be, and I'm gonna do to you every single thing that you and your effing YouTube associates do to me and mine." And they won't stop. They haven't stopped. Granny's Watching statement demonstrates her active participation in conspiracy under, and it gives the codes, and involvement in a corrupt organization as defined under, and it gives the code, with her reference to Brittany's YouTube associates, indicating a broader network of individuals collaborating to attack and harass Brittany, therefore forming the basis for a civil conspiracy claim under Pennsylvania law. She never said that. What? With her reference to Brittany's YouTube associates, with maybe Brittany and her team, but not, I don't see that happening. I don't know. The chats are a lot meaner, I feel like, over there. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Brittany's chats they can be mean. You know, like they could be real mean. I don't see Jess's chats getting that mean. Maybe her mods are just like on it like that. But I don't see them real. I mean, you know, and she calls it out when if she sees it too. But this is not like an enterprise, or this is not RICO. I just don't understand it. I mean, I guess we heard, you know, just from SF, like he said, Nick's done this before, and then, you know, didn't go any further with it, and then it just died down. Now, to me, that I would be suing you if you wasted my time, like, and you did some crap like that. You pulled some crap. I would be going after you for every penny that you're worth. I really would. No more Miss Nice Girl over here. I would. But at the same time, if they don't own anything, like if they don't have a pot to piss in, they can't give you anything. And like in my case, like with my car accident, I didn't get a damn thing. There was nothing to have. Do you know what I mean? Like he didn't own a home. He didn't own the car he owned. He didn't own it and he just wrecked it. I mean, literally totaled it. He didn't own anything for me to get like, I guess, punitive damages or whatever. And I didn't want to take anything of personal of his anyway. But if somebody did this stuff to me, I would. I would be like, yeah, let's go, let's do this, because I would just be upset. I would be so upset. True crime lullabies, that sounds so good. I'm hungry now. I bet you if you asked Brittany what she put in this declaration, she couldn't even tell you. I'm gonna be real. I'm just gonna be really real. I'm not trying to be mean either. Says Granny's watching attempts to downplay her actions by stating, playing your own words isn't harassing and bullying. It's not. You know what harassing and bullying is? First off, we're adults. A true and correct copy of Granny's watch. Yes. So that's all she said. First off, we're adults. That's all. So you need to take a break or like get some thicker skin. I don't know. Like, I mean, and I'm talking about everybody that's on that plaintiff side. They need that, their fees are hurt. And you can't just go after people and sue people because your feelings are hurt. I have never seen a receipt of anything for anything. Oh, wow. Wonder where at, KCG. That's crazy. It says this dismissive statement is part of an ongoing campaign of cyberbullying designed as playing words back to deflect accountability. No, you play her words and you listen to what she says for herself. That's what she was doing. Granny's watching also targeted Brittany J by spreading false and inflammatory narratives, implying that Brittany neglects or abuses her own children. I've never seen her say anything about that. Now I've heard her say, wire her kids up, but we've all said that. And, I took them out of school for the week. That's not a good excuse. Or they're on vacation this week. That's like, I don't know. That's my own personal opinion. If I had kids though, I would say that. I would do that. These are things I would do if I had kids. But she says, you won't find bags under my kids' eyes. You won't ever catch me driving with my children unbuckled, standing up. Now, to me, that sounds like she had been talking on the phone to Brittany, or Brittany was on a live and her child did stand up while she was driving. Now, it does happen. I can't say that my nieces and nephews, they're angels and they never did that themselves, because they did. My brother about turned into like the devil when his daughter did that one time. He was like, you sit back down. Like, my mom was like, she's like, I couldn't believe him. Because my brother's like very soft-spoken guy, but like he was wanting to be very firm with her. She was so little, but she got out of her stuff, And then it says that, they got the clip there. I wonder who got all these clips too. So these statements constitute further defamation aimed at discrediting Brittany as a mother in person, fostering public animosity against her through malicious and false insinuations with child neglect, and are designed to damage her reputation both within her community and online. Granny's watching doesn't need to do a damn thing for that to happen. I'm sorry, but she doesn't. And she doesn't. I mean, people can hear it. I mean, she's probably got a million clips now. Defendant Granny statements demonstrate a clear intent to manipulate public perception and discredit Brittany J's reputation, as seen in direct statements. How dare you, Brittany? How effing dare you put this shit on me? If you know I came so she could hide that she effing does it. Another defamatory tactics to harm plaintiff Brittany J as part of a broader enterprise involving multiple individuals aimed at discrediting and shaming her. In a live stream, Granny's Watching falsely implicated Brittany J. in the tragic death of a man outside her home using strategies consistent with those employed by defendant Barbecue and others in a criminal enterprise. No, she didn't say that. She showed the yard where they took the, I guess there was somebody that passed away there, and I don't really know the story, so I don't really want to tell it, but I guess they had a memorial set up, and something happened with the memorial. So I don't know. Oh, thank you, Mary Beth. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me in the channel. Yeah, bags under their eyes. Yeah, who says that? I don't. Crazy. And True Crime Lullaby, she just gifted out 10 memberships. Look at that. Everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're gonna do a members live here, not in the near future, because I want to see what you guys want for our members lives. I want to do some like giveaways and stuff. I want to do some fun stuff. I've just been trying to think. I've been writing everything down. So where were we? Okay. Granny's Watching mention of the tragic death of a man outside Brittany J's home in a deliberate attempt to weaponize personal misfortunes to manipulate public perception and defame Brittany J. What? She does that on her own. Let's talk about the man that died outside her home and what happened with that. Well, we've heard, and this is what we've heard, that, like, you know, Craig said that they had to take it down or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but I would like to see a video if anyone has a video of that happening. Granny's Watches uses this tragedy to suggest that Brittany J was at fault or behaved inappropriately following the incident. And I want to tell you about this incident. This incident happened years ago. This wasn't just like last month or this year, or, you know, I want to make that clear. All of this shit is from years ago. And in my personal humble opinion, like, get over it. Stop talking to each other. Like, just, you know, just stop that. Because, I mean, it just goes back and forth. It'll never end. It'll never end. Brittany can't stop. She just can't stop saying something. And then she'll do like a whole 2-hour live. And I know Jess has to respond because it's like 2 hours of like just being talked about. Now me, I don't really respond too much. Talk about me if you want. I don't care. But just know, you know, we're the mean girls over here. Defendant Granny's Watching uses this tragedy to suggest that Brittany was at fault. Talk about the other defendant. So Granny's Watching exploitation of this tragedy is part of the enterprise's continuous scheme to defame individuals by manipulating personal stories, fitting the continuity prong of RICO as it represents not an isolated incident, but a pattern of ongoing defamation and harassment aimed at the plaintiffs. So they're saying that they're scheming individuals by manipulating them for money. I would say sitting on a live for 45 minutes talking about how bad life is, and you just don't get started with the show just until, you know, a certain amount of super chats come in. I would say that's probably more manipulation than anything, you know. And I've never seen Jess do that. I've never seen Barbecue Lady do that, but I don't really watch TikTok. Barbecue Lady, or sorry, not Barbecue Lady, but Granny's Watching also employed sarcasm and false sympathy to insinuate that Brittany J failed to respect the family of the deceased defendant. Granny's Watching remarked, "Yeah, it must have been horrifying, but let's talk about how much respect was shown to their family that was mourning." This sarcastic commentary pretends to express concern while subtly suggesting that Brittany J was callous in her response to the tragedy. This tactic mirrors Granny's Watching use of sarcasm when mocking Mr. Rogers, Andrew Griffin, Mr. Mathis, Mr. Hasvitsu, Mr. Lee, Miss O'Donnell, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and others, attempting to twist the narrative to damage their reputations while maintaining a veneer of objectivity. Wow. Who wrote this for Brittany? I wonder. Statements from Granny's Watch also function to incite her audience to join in the public shaming of Brittany J. She describes the death outside Brittany J's home in detail, encouraging her followers to focus on how Brittany handled this tragedy. Yeah, she called me and told me some poor younger guy died outside of her home. This tactic of rallying her audience to reinforce the narrative is part of the enterprise's strategy to mobilize collective attacks, with Granny's Watching and Barbecue Lady both inciting followers to participate in coordinated harassment, such as reporting plaintiffs' GoFundMe accounts. No, that was y'all that did that to Granny. This mobilization for public shaming satisfies the enterprise element of RICO, demonstrating the organized and coordinated nature of their activities. I didn't even know that Brittany had a GoFundMe. Did she? Granny's Watching's narrative about a man's death is part of a broader effort to craft defamatory stories that cast plaintiff like Brittany J in a negative light without a factual basis. Granny's Watching's comment, let's talk about how much respect was shown to their family that was mourning, is intended to portray Brittany J as morally lacking, even though there is no evidence to support such claims. Who wrote this freaking word salad of a document? This tactic is used throughout the enterprise by defendant Barbecue Lady, who often twist personal stories such as Mr. Rogers' custody battle to create damaging narratives that undermine the plaintiff's credibility. Well, we know what happened with the divorce, so. The use of deflection to frame plaintiffs for events they have no control over is a coordinated strategy within the enterprise. By twisting narratives to cast blame on the plaintiffs, defendants, Barbecue, and Granny engaged in a continuous scheme of defamation and harassment, further supporting the RICO claim. Didn't even know each other at the time. And that was all of it for Brittany. But it's like, it's insanity to me. I just said mean girl because that's what she says. Oh, let me see. Tanya the wannabe. Yes, that's me. That's me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm jealous. Michelle, do I look jealous to you, sweetheart? I need for nothing, sweetie. Okay? So, she's probably late. That's why she's over here. But, you know. And y'all call me the mean girl. Y'all call me old Gretchen Wiener. I'm not part of a group other than my subscriber group. That's the only group I want to be a part of. And the wannabe what? I don't get that. Like, the wannabe what? The wannabe falling asleep on my panel because I can't go to bed because I have to make the money for my family? The person that has to adopt an animal and show it on camera for him to get super chats and stuff? No, I'm cool with those kind of people. I'm cool. I'll be over here. I'll be over here. But it was a lot of lies in there. You're a hypocrisy. How am I being a hypocrite? How is that being a hypocrite? I've listened to both. You know that she did a live tonight, right? Just a little bit ago. You big silly. Christmas gifts, not grifts. She don't need to do fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, and I don't think she's going to get a free ride, Catherine. I think they're going to, yeah. There's just, I wish I could say that's but I can't. I mean, I can't. I feel bad for her. If anything, like I've told you guys that before. I feel bad for her. I don't feel jealousy. I mean, the only thing that I would be a little bit jealous of, if you want to be real, like real deal, her age. I think she's like 2 years younger than me. I could be 37. I think she's like 37 or something. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. That's all. But that's not even true because I have my health and I know what my health is. Like, I don't know how her health is. So I don't want the age. I'll take my age. True crime lullabies, me too. So I'm wondering if the injunction's even going to go through. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Because I took my ball and went home. Yeah. I literally, that's all I did. I just took my ball and went home, like same thing. And like, but man. You're 64, Susan. My mom was 62 and she would have been 60. Should have been like 70 now. True crime lullabies, you look great. 47 is a good age on you. Looks good on you. Susan, I bet you have some cool stories. I bet you like anybody that's like, my mom had the coolest stories. So I bet you have some cool stories too. She was very popular little lady back in her day. Mary Beth, you're 44? I knew that, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't think I don't know. I don't think of you like being 44. And thank you for gifting a membership. And I think that's all I really have for you guys. We can chit chat for a minute. The hypocrisy. Yeah, I wish I had more hair. I would take more hair. If I could I want my hair back like so bad, you guys. It's like I wake up and I think about it. I'm like, oh my God, it was so long. Just this last year. I'm sorry, Susan. It seems like you got your mom for a little while though. Hopefully you got to experience a lot of good memories with her. Sue, you're right. Enjoy the ride. Yep. Kiwi mate, I love that. If single walks in the park with dogs with Lionel Richie music. Damn, I was 36. I knew you were younger than me. I just didn't know how much younger. I'm 30. Did I say I was 38? Because I'm 39. I totally lied if I said I was 38. Oh, she was only 66. It's so young. Mary Beth, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been even putting on pants and stuff for you guys. Not that I didn't wear pants before, but I used to wear just like sweats or something. And now I feel like I just dress up a little more. I'm like, you never know. Regina, you're 42? I would have expected you to be in your 30s. I can't believe I'm 39 already. I think about it all the time. I'm like 39. I got 1 year to plan an epic birthday. I mean, I want it to be so epic. It's like, this is the sad thing. Diddy had his white parties. So growing, I was like a teenager, young teenager, graduating high school when that was going on. And I always wanted to have a white party. I always thought they were so cool. And I'm pretty sure that I got the idea from Diddy. I know other people do it though too, but I wanted to do it. So I was always for my 40th, I'll do that. I don't know why I said my 40th, but now I can't. So now I got to think of a new plan. So got to think of a new theme. Was 30 and you thought she was 17 or 18? I bet you she loved that. Your mom was only 38 when she passed. Wow. That's scary whenever you come up on that same age. My brother did that with my dad. He's 47 and that was my dad's age. And when I look at my brother, I just, I get like emotional, almost, I'm like, just be careful everywhere you go. Oh no, Susan. This chat, like we've experienced a lot. But everyone has such a good spirit in here. Even, was it Michelle that was mad at me? Even Michelle. 74. Your sister was 61. That's too young, Hey, autism grandma. Times 3. Your dad passed at 47 too? So did mine. You do learn to love. And you learn to like appreciate what you got, like, yeah, white parties are corrupted now. Yeah, I can't go to the white party. Can't do the white party now. 75, Ms. Bojangles, I love that. I bet you have some cool stories too. I like hearing like older stories, just especially like stories from like the 70s, 60s. My favorite, I'll have to show it to you guys before Christmas is over. My favorite Christmas decoration is my mom on Santa's lap. It's black and white, and she looks like a porcelain doll. She is the cutest thing I've ever seen, and it looks just like my mom, like just like her. And she's sitting with Santa, and it's like it's still in the original like yellow or red like frame. It's about to like break any day now. And I think I have a picture of my grandmother in there as well, but like in the back. But that's my favorite Christmas decoration is that picture of her. Oh, your mom's 85. Night Star's 50. Oh man, esophagus cancer at 58. Harley Rider, yeah, I lost both parents. And no brother. I swear he better not even think about going before me. I'm going before anybody. And me and Vincent are going together. We're holding hands like the Notebook. Really? I got to see them. They weren't in their prime, but it was 10 years ago at Ohio State Stadium. They were there. They're my favorite. They were my favorite. They still are one of my favorite bands. We do have each other. Oh man, Regina, that's too many. Wow, you have a 5-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 29-year-old. Nice start. I would have never known. I love that. I love whenever we get to talk at the end of the lives, because then we get to know each other. I like to get to know you guys. That would be horrible not to get to know you guys. I'm like, that would just suck. I like to get to know you guys. I like to know what you guys are doing and what your guys are, up to you and all that stuff. I mean, shoot, I always tell you about my day. I don't know what did I do today? Oh, went to Sam's. Got a little of everything because it was time to restock. But then we got home and I was like, oh, I needed more stuff. So I'll have to go back. But that was all. It was very busy today. Very busy out. It's like very busy. They were pretty tiny from our seats too. Mary Beth, you have like, that's such a good little age group because they can all take care of each other. You know what I mean? Like you've almost done it all. You've almost got them all raised. All girls. Oh, 26 and 28. Oh, that's such a good age. True crime lullaby. That's a good age. Now those ages. I 28. I'd go back to if I could redo some stuff because that was the age I got in my car accident. I would redo that. Harley Rider. That's sweet. They are not allowed to leave the house. My dad used to say that about me. And my best friend, Ashley. Your two are 30, 31 and 34. That's okay. Now that, Sumac, now that's the best age because they're almost a couple more years. They're going to be thanking you for everything you've ever done and all the things. Like, that's what I miss being able to say that to like my mom, like just simple things, that you don't know until you get older. Like you just don't know them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, thank you for all the times that you took care of me when I was sick, like things like that, It's a good age for your kids to be. And 26 and 28 too, man. That's like the fun times. The fun times. It's still fun though when you get older. You just gotta make it fun. Which me and Vincent didn't do anything like Christmassy this year. I don't know where the time like went, but I'm gonna have to have him. We're gonna have to go like look at some house lights. I'll have to take you guys along. I'll have to do like a little video for you. And then I wanted to what else? There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, there's a outdoor mall like 8 to 10 minutes away, and they have like this huge outdoor tree, and it's so pretty and it's like beautiful, and it's right in front of Von Mar. And I want to go there and take pictures. We did that like 5 years ago, so I want to do them again for this year. Yeah. So before that tree comes down, I gotta get them pictures. Oh, Susan. Yeah, my mom was like that too. Oh, wow. Regina. That's awesome. Elvis, am I an Elvis fan? I never really was into Elvis, but I know Isabel is. Oh, they live together. That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm not a mom, but I couldn't imagine. Like I think about it, and I'm like, you better make your mind up soon, if you want to have kids or not. But I love kids, and I bet they are. I bet you they do keep you sane, and at times insane, because that's what they're good at. But thank you guys for being here tonight and hanging out with me and talking with me at the end of the live. I do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow during the day, probably to do a live on the second channel. I heard Betty was off a rocker today, so maybe we'll review that. But I'll be back tomorrow, and then tomorrow night we'll be over here on this channel, and we will be covering. I'm not sure what case yet, but once I figure it out, I'll make the thumbnail, and you guys will know. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and have a wonderful day at work if you have to work tomorrow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye, guys.